remember we talked about technology being, what was technology?
Technology is the process whereby scientific knowledge.
Can you hear her?
No, madam. Technology is the process whereby scientific knowledge is utilized to satisfy human needs.
So that was what we talked about. And we also talked about technology being the application of science. So I want to ask the class this question. How do you feel when you are using light to learn? How do you feel when you are learning in the classroom learning? How do you feel when you are using light to learn? Can you hear her?
No, madam.
She said she feels comfortable. She feels comfortable. What else? How do you also feel when you are using your pens and you are writing in books? How do you feel? You feel happy. Okay. So that brings us to today's topic. We're going to be talking about the benefits of science and technology. So, by the end of this lesson, we are supposed to at least give, let me say, 4 benefits of science and technology, and also know the efforts being made by the government to promote science and technology in Ghana. So, what do you think are some of the benefits? With the question I asked you earlier, what do you think are some of the benefits of science and technology? It enables us to be healthy. Can you explain further for the class? Okay, so it has made please, can you see on the board? Yes. Alright. So with communication, during the olden days there was nothing like phones and what we have nowadays. Even during my time in senior high school, we're not having phones. We're just writing letters. But now you don't even write letters.
Yes,
You don't buy writing pads to send letters to friends in other schools. All you have to do is just take a phone, send them WhatsApp messages, or just give them a call. So with the dawn of science and technology, it has made communication very easier. You just take a phone, you just call your parents at home. So any other benefits? Okay, so it has also made transportation easier because with the application of science and technology, you can see cars, motorcycles. Yes, you can see aeroplanes, helicopters. You can see all those things. They are aiding in the movement of people. So it has also made traveling easier. Any other benefits of science and technology? Okay, let's go at that.
It has made teaching and learning very easy.
Yes. Because when I asked you earlier on, I asked you that coming to our level, when you are learning with your books, when you are learning with light, when you have the pen by you, how do you feel? Because in the olden days, they were not using pens. They were just using the feathers. That was what they were using. But now we have pens. And even during those times, when they dip the feathers into the ink that they were using, sometimes it will just fall off or just come down. But now with the application of technology, which has aided in locomotion, you can even do your pen like this and it wouldn't fall back. So we could also say that it has made learning, teaching and learning easier. At least now we use marker boards. Sometimes some of them were even just using charcoal to just write. But now we have marker board, which has made teaching easier. And with your end being the recipient, you also have your books to write in. You have a lot of things to learn with. So now, even if you fail in the exams, because now you have a lot of this as your advantage. Okay, understand? Sure. So let's move on. Any other benefits? It has made cooking easier. Yes. So during the first lesson, we talked about some electrical items. We talked about toaster, rice cooker, sure, no riser. You want to talk? Just raise up your hands.
Microwave.
Microwave.
Kettle.
kettle. So all these things has made cooking easier. During the olden days, even let's use the earthenware bowl, the Iowa, what we call the Iowa. Now people don't even grind things in the earthenware bowl anymore. They just take their blender and they just do it. I don't know how they were even doing it, but they did it during the olden days.
Yes.
But now, just within some few minutes, you can prepare your food in the rice cooker within just 5 minutes. Everything is okay for you. Okay, so any other benefits? Please speak louder for the class to hear. Can you hear her?
No. It has also helped us to enjoy our leisure time.
It has also helped us to enjoy our leisure time. How has it helped you to enjoy your leisure time?
When you're not doing it, like, can you use your leisure time to watch videos or videos?
So when you're in school, you use your leisure time to watch videos. Okay, yeah, we can agree with that. Even when you're in the house, now you can use your leisure time to play. One way the days where, especially young girls like you, when you're at home, you don't do anything, you just be roaming about. And now there are a lot of things at your advantage and at your disposal which you can use during your leisure time. That wouldn't make you bored. So we could also agree with that. Any other benefits?
It helps to solve difficult and complex problems using computers.
Okay. So can we also agree with her to that? Even with let's talk about typing. Initially they were using typewriters, which was somehow difficult. You were not even seeing what you were writing. But now we have computers, we have laptops, and it has made typing and all those things easier. Initially people had to learn how to use a typewriter, but now anyone can even use the laptop. Okay, few people could use the typewriters. Yes. So you can also agree that it has also made us solve difficult issues. And even with calculators in addition. Now you have calculators at your advantage.
Yes.
Then during the old days they were not using that. Some of them were. Some schools still use the abacus. Do you know the abacus? Yes. But some schools still use that, especially I think those who are doing the mathematics. Yes, somehow they still use it. But with now these days, most people don't use that. They use the calculators and other stuff. Moving on, any other benefits? Can you hear her? I hear you, but I don't know if they heard you. Those at the back, can you please hear her?
I said improvement in agricultural sector.
Improvement in agricultural sector. Can you explain to me? You know my class is discussion. I said today I'm talking to you. I want you to talk. So you are listening.
Science and technology has helped to bring out a machine that can help farmers to work very easy. Machines like combine harvester, tractors, and make the work easy for the farmers.
Sure, she's done very well. Clap for her. Now indeed it's true. With initially the farmers in the olden days, they didn't have these machines that they are using now with the combined harvesters, with the mowers and the rest. They didn't have it. They were doing everything manually. And now with the aid of these machines, now productivity has gone high. Because initially if they were working manually, their productivity would be very low. Because imagine you using the handlers to do this very big farm, using just the hoe. Productivity would be very low. But compared to the machines, you see you work very fast and the output will be very high. So it has also helped increase with productivity in agriculture and any other thing. And also with health. When you are sick, you go to the hospital, right?
Yes.
When you go, most of the times, I think you have to be diagnosed first. So you're going to do laboratory tests, and because there's no hospital that you just go, you are sick and they'll just give you medicine. They'll just have to diagnose you. But in the olden days, when you are sick, they'll just give you anything. Because you are sick, any herbal medicine. Even if you're in the house with your grandparents, you see that whenever you are sick, they'll tell you, go and take this, go and take this. But once you don't know what is really wrong with you, you can't take this medicine. So now when you are sick, you go to the hospital, the first thing that they do is you go for a blood test. Even if you're having a migraine, which is just a headache, sometimes you still have to go for a test. Because they really want to know what is wrong with you. Maybe it might not just be a headache, it might be something different. So with the help of science and technology, it has also helped me in the health sector of the country. Any additional benefits that you can talk about?
It has also helped our center, like the way we build science and technology has now.
Can you hear her? Yes, you can't hear you.
I said there's now improvements in our building. The only is the amount of that nowadays we have cement blocks and
But you know they are still mad houses.
yeah.
You know they are still mad houses. Okay, but we can also say that the mad houses now are less. Yes, there has been an improvement in that with cement blocks and all those kind of things. Any other benefits? Don't stop it over there. Sure. So she's saying that it has also helped in the industry with the introduction of science and technology and also made work faster. So now we can all agree that science and technology is really beneficial to us. Because most of, especially with the day students, that would be when you were coming, you took a car, right?
Yes.
And even with your uniforms, someone sold it right.
Yeah.
The person didn't use just the needle, the person used the machine. So all these things, we can see science and technology around us with our books, with our pens, and everything that we have around us. Light, then when you're going for prep, those in the house, when you're about to learn, you use light. Without light, you can't learn. How can you? No one can tell me that they can learn in the darkness. Where is the noise coming from? Yes. Any other benefits? One last one. Alright.
It has created job opportunities.
Sure. It has also created job opportunities. How has it created job opportunities?
Right now, when you are with your phone and you want something to do, there are many adverts going on social media and those stuff. So when you get there, maybe you can see something going on somewhere that needs
Can you hear her?
Yes,
Continue, we are listening. I wanted to be sure if you all heard her. Continue.
maybe they need employees to be working somewhere. So when they see that you can apply for it, they go and you get it.
Okay, sure. Now it has also created job opportunities for people because now people are just sitting at home and working. With the COVID, people were at home and they were still working. Sometimes now these days you don't even need to be at your workplace for you to work. If during the COVID, if we had medicines in place, we could have all been in the house learning by now. We have Zoom there. I could have taught you on Zoom app. We have other social media apps which is also beneficial. And even with people using the computers, we have secretarial people at the offices who are also typing using the computers. And with the apps that she's saying, I know of an app called, I think, Jobberman, something like that. I know of an app called Jobberman, where most of the times, if you want to look for a job, you just go there. And there's this app that I also am on LinkedIn. Yes, I think I've talked about it. We have all these things. Now, what they do is, with big companies, if they are recruiting for positions or vacancies, if there's vacancy in their company, maybe they want an operations manager, or maybe they want this. They just post it there. And anyone who is interested, somebody at home, the person has completed university, the person has completed maybe training college or wherever the person went for education. The person will just go in there, the person will see this and easily apply for it. So now people don't even read the newspapers anymore. Initially, it was in the newspapers because during about let me say 10 years ago, let me say 15 years ago, people would have to buy graphics to see job vacancies. But now even on Facebook, you see job vacancies there. You see we have. I think I joined one page on Facebook where whenever there is a job opportunity, they just post it there. So now finding a job is quite easy. That is up to you if only you want to work and earn money for yourself. So that is all due to science and technology. Do you have anything to say? Because of the way you were smiling, so I thought perhaps you had something to say. Any other thing that you want to add before you go?
What about online business?
I can't hear you. What about online business?
Yes.
What has online business done?
Madam, we have mentioned a lot, but it's not mentioned there.
I can't hear you.
No, I said you have mentioned a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You not mentioned online business. That's
You said I've mentioned a lot and I haven't mentioned online business because it's a discussion. So you did not mention online business. So you just mentioned. Oh yes, now people are also picking up jobs. Now people don't need to have structures to start up a business. I do a lot of businesses, but I don't have a structure. People will just order from you. You know, you don't need. I know a friend who does, who sells pizza. She doesn't have a joint. She does this online and she gets people to buy. She just posts it on social media or she sends it out so that people just call her and place their orders. So that is also another form of online business. That's also helping that. Now you don't need structures to start up your business. With COVID, it'll get to a time a lot of people don't have time to be going to the market to buy things. Do you have time?
No.
You don't. And especially if when you go home, you use your phones and you see someone selling, maybe there's this dress that you really wanted, you definitely order, right?
Yes.
You might not even think if the person has a shop or anything like that. So it has also helped with that, with the e-commerce. So it's all about the business, it falls under the e-commerce too. Just that one. Any other benefits of science and technology? Any contribution? Do you have any questions? Any questions on what we've discussed so far? Or anything that you want to understand? Please, yeah. Do you have any questions? So, should we move on?
Yes, madam.
Alright. Talk, I'm listening. Science laboratory. So with this next subtopic, we are going to be talking about the efforts being made by the government to promote science and technology in Ghana. That is what the government is doing to promote science and technology in Ghana. Now, it's going to be a discussion. What do you think are some of the things that the government of Ghana is doing right now to promote science and technology in Ghana? Sure. Allowing students to learn science and technology. How are they allowing students to learn science and technology? Because everyone is learning science. So how are they doing it? How are they promoting it? Please listen to her. Okay, let me come in. If I get what you are trying to say, now you said the government is now allowing students to learn science and technology. So we could see that they are making the science as a course more interesting to students with the introduction of the science and math piece. Now most of the time when you watch these on TV, don't tell me that you are not enthused by what you are doing. That probably you wish, I know you love your course as general students, but I'm quite sure when you see these students partaking in the science and maths quiz, some way, somehow, you wish probably you were a science student, or sometimes you wish. So they are trying as much as possible to make the subjects more interesting, because a lot of people are afraid of the subjects. People think it's difficult. People think science is this, science is this. Well, science is fun, even though I'm not a pure science student. But science is fun and it's interesting. But you probably think, and a science here, and a science is this, science is that. So the government is trying as much as possible to bring all these things for it to make the course or subjects more, science as a subject more appealing to people to learn it. Okay, next time. Yes. Any other efforts that we think the government is doing? Just okay, so now we have, that's why with this we see the science laboratory. This is at Prempeh College.
Yes.
And this is their science laboratory. This was built by the government inside Prempeh College. So they are building all these things in most of the senior high schools to also aid with the help of teaching the subject science and technology. Because with science, you can't teach science just like how I'm standing in front of you and just lecturing. It deals with practical aspects and a lot of things. So the government has also helped build a lot of science laboratories around. So if you go to some other senior high schools, you see them with huge science laboratories. That is how come normally they grade schools, especially with their facilities. Aside from the fact that the students are also performing well, what facilities do they also have in their schools? Most schools do have nice and huge science laboratories. That's why you want to use any image out of it. This is senior high school, Prempeh College. This is their science laboratory. As you can see here, the Yayyyy science laboratory. Okay, any other efforts that we think the government is also making, apart from building infrastructures? Any other effort that we think? Class prefects. Any other effort that we think the government is making to promote science and technology in Ghana? Okay, so the establishment of science education institutes, for example, here universities. What does it mean here? Okay, you are about to go to the best, you don't know them. Hey, my students. So yeah, it's true. So they're also building other infrastructures to also aid and help with this. And we have another one too at Madina Institute of Science and Technology.
Yes.
We have other, they are building new ones, not just me, it's also helping students who want to pursue engineering, other science and technology related courses will also go to those places. Any other efforts that we think the government is making? Any other efforts? Now, even with science students, when you are I don't know if it applies to senior high schools. I think it's when you are moving to the tertiary. Now, with girls who are science students, the government has made it in a way that normally they give them scholarships for science students. If you are a female and you're a science student, you want to pursue probably a science course or something. Or let me say, if you're a science student to a senior high school going to the university, normally you are given a scholarship. That is another effort being made by the government. So you as an individual are saying, you'll be interested in pursuing the course. Because university is expensive. And if the government is going to take care of all these things, why won't you want to do science? So that is another effort by the government. Isn't it amazing? So any other efforts that we think the government is making to promote science and technology? If I give you a question on this, I don't want to give me any other answer for what you've also discussed. One of the some of that we discussed this. Yes, I'm listening.
The government prevented science education
Okay, so I think it still boils down to the provision. I think we talked about providing. Okay, it's different. It's different. The government has still provided you with textbooks, with equipment, with library, and all those things will help. That's another effort that the government is also doing to promote science and technology. Provision of all these amenities to you. Any other efforts? Those at the back. You are not talking. Any other efforts that you think the government is also doing? Sure. Now, science, when you're all being science, right?
Yes.
It's compulsory. And funny enough, if you don't pass science, that's it. If you don't pass science, as you know last year, if you don't pass your science, mathematics, and social studies. Oh no, English. It's past, yeah, English. I think it's business students that normally they consider the social studies further. So if you don't pass your science, your mathematics, forget. You can get A in literature, government, history, geography, French, CRS. But if you don't pass math and science, that isn't. So they are making it compulsory. Not that they want to, it's not as a form of punishment, but for you to know how important science and technology is. It's very important. The government is trying as much as possible to let everyone know that science is very important and it's very beneficial to us as a nation. And growing up as a nation, you are the future generations. So if you don't do science, if you don't learn a lot of things about technology, then the country will die. I hope you understand.
Yes.
So learning science is not any form of punishment. Any other question before we finish? Time is running out. Any other question? Or any other contribution rather?
So why is it that they don't see ICT compulsory? Because
ICT is not compulsory anymore.
no.
Oh, during my time, ICT, we're learning ICT was a compulsory service. But I remember when we got to our final year, that was when we had to stop doing ICT. But now, science students are doing ICT as an elective subject.
Yes.
My brother was in a boys' school pursuing science and it's elective. Alright, so far we talked about the benefits of science and technology, which when you are being given questions to answer on benefits on science and technology, I'm sure you would. Yes. We talked about a lot of things under the benefits of science and technology. And we now know the efforts being made by the government to promote science and technology in Ghana. So if you are just walking about and someone asks you this question, I'm quite sure you'll be able to answer, right? Okay. So I'll give you an assignment and I'll be taking you tomorrow. Yes. Alright, so I'll see you next week. Bye.